Elon Musk predicts that by 2027, humanoid robots may outnumber humans on Earth.
My prediction is that there'll be more robots than people. If you have elderly parents, if you had a robot that could take care of and protect an elderly parent, I think that would be great. That would be an amazing thing to have. By the end of next year, I think we'd be selling humanoid robots to the public. We might have AI that is smarter than any human by the end of this year, and I would say no later than next year.
It's a little bit spooky because you're thinking, oh my God, how is it going? But I think it's not robots like human-like robots. Yes, they can be spread around shopping malls and everywhere. But let's imagine we already have cell phones and it's kind of robot with AI addition. It's like a brain of the robot. And how many robots around you right now in your apartment, cleaning robots, your car partly a robot because it's electricity slash computer inside. So yeah, and what is Elon Musk talking about? It's about humanoid robots like a Tesla Optimus, and why we are going to buy them and use them. Maybe some in hospitals to support older family members. Uh, who knows? But yeah, it's happening, and we should live with it. And I think buying a robot, humanoid robot, will be like a status thing. So, all right, I have the last
I got the
iPhone,
latest
and I
iPhone,
have a humanoid robot. So this is me. I have it. I have it. I have a car. I have a wife. I have a rich husband, and I have a humanoid
and I have a
robot.
robot
Yeah.
wife,
Uh, or husband.
or both.
Or both. So it's a game changer, yeah. So I
Uh,
don't think it's a threat. It's a game changer. It's a new technology. We just need to use to uh, be smart enough how to use it.
if you're
Hmm.
creating a robot, it has to in turn replace something else, right? And I think it's not going to be limited to just commercial applications and taking care of grandma. I think this is going to actually take the place of workers and jobs, and that's all part of evolution. I understand that, but I think for people watching, like, do you think your job is going to be replaced, and how soon? If Elon Musk has, if his timelines are correct, this is going to impact hundreds of millions of people. It'll make the life better of people who have means. It'll actually replace people in certain type of jobs where, no longer are they going to be, they're going to be not only redundant, they're going to be obsolete. So I think that conversation needs to be had as well. And I'm not a Luddite. I understand this is normal. Uh, but this is the thing that gets people really worked up. It's we can talk with efficiencies and giving a robot to take care of your mom, but then in the factory, the janitors, the dog walkers, the people cleaning the streets, all those things are going to be replaced. They should be replaced, I believe. But I think we have to have provisions for that when we do that.
Uh,
I wish to have such kind of robot who replace or it will be addition help, for instance, in winter, especially in Canada, a lot of snow and ice on the street, and people literally cannot just clean streets. But if we have robots smart enough, programmed to do it, and early morning they just get up, go into the street,
Yeah, but
cut ice, and clean
my
the street.
my
It's
point
good.
is there's a human being doing that right now, and
Yes, uh, but
oh,
I will be happy that this human being just has a power button on, and this robot just going outside when it's
no,
just
there's a
but
there's
that
a guy
worker is not going
driving
to
a
be happy.
truck,
Their job is
right?
lost.
And I'm in Canada, Lilina, so I mean, there's workers who are actually in their plow trucks. I employ people who clean some of our parking lots. They got to drive, and I'm not saying that that should never happen. It should happen, right? But I think you need to have discussions because you're talking about introducing a new entity into this ecosystem that's going to
Hmm.
replace a whole bunch of people who are not going to have jobs anymore. So what do we should have discussions. That's all.
I have a slightly different take on it. I don't think that blue collar jobs will be the first to go because some of the spatial reasoning that's required in things like AI can't even a robot can't even load a dishwasher or park a car very well right now. Well, they are evolving self-driving technologies, but like you can train literally a teenager to drive a truck across the
Mhm.
country and pay him a salary. It's not there yet with the AI. So I think the blue collar, like something like shoveling snow you're talking about,
Mhm.
requires more intelligence than you think. I think the white collar jobs would be the first to go. Things like accounting, legal, things that we thought in the past were immune to technological disruption are going to be the first to be disrupted. Anything that's methodical and rote is going to be replaced by AI right away.
Mhm.
Graphic design, note taking, what's that, stenographer in the court. We're not going to need that anymore, right?
It's already
But
happening, like meeting
right,
pickup, it's
yeah.
automated. Yeah, yeah.
But I think
So
there's another element to all of this is that security, data security, and I'm thinking like if we all have robots in our homes, like think about what if your computer gets hacked? Well, first of all, it has to be on, and you have to
Mhm.
have weak passwords, and then you lose your information, you lose all your bank account, you lose all your risky photos, whatever. Okay, that's not
Private
what if
data.
right. That's not that's a bad day. That's a bad news, but that's not so bad, right? You can recover from that. What happens if the robot's in your home taking care of your grandma and it drops her, or taking care of your
I
baby and
got
it
some
puts
physical
arsenic in the
damage.
formula, right?
Oh.
See what I mean? Like, what if someone hacks the janitor robot that is sweeping up the factory and gets him to break in and steal the corporate secrets and publish them? What if someone hacks the robot that's working at the Pentagon and release the nuclear codes? You see what I'm saying about like this?
yeah,
This
but
is
you
a
could say the
lot.
same thing about human beings. I mean, it's,
Uh,
you can bribe
yeah.
somebody, you
About
can
cell
buy.
phones.
Yeah, but once
It's
you
normal, right?
automate it, you put
But
yourself
that
at all this risk, all this risk.
Yeah, but that's not a reason to say no. That's just another thing you got to consider because it happens, right? I think it's it's funny you talk about white collar. I just did my year end and I used AI to analyze my last year's 300 pages of whatever corporate tax returns, and then use my present one and do projections, and it did it faster than my accountant,
Of
who
course. Yeah.
I have to pay him like $300, 400, and it's a $3,000 bill, and it did it in I think literally 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
make me a balance sheet, an income statement,
Yep.
cash flow, and it did it, and I'm like,
Yep.
wow,
Yep.
accurately. I was like, okay, this is yeah. So yeah, white collar,
Yep.
not a problem.
Editors and editing, of books and magazines, that's going to be gone. It's going to be one guy or
I
girl
think
overseeing the
soft
whole thing.
skills, creativity still will be on the market. Robot cannot replace something that you need to mm,
I mean, it's replacing
communication,
actors. You
emotional
have
intelligence, all of
But you
this
have
kind of
you
stuff.
have it's replacing, I mean, first of all, it's replacing music. Like you can just put your
No,
track. No, no,
but
it already is. It's there. There's
but
music
it's
GPT. Like I've used it as a musician. Like you can just make your track and you can just feed it
and
something and it will
you
do.
really love what
They've already
you
started
get.
using it in
To-
Hollywood to make scenes. Like it's used. That's the first thing it's being used in the
Mm.
arts, like all tech, right? Film,
It's like a
screenwriting.
fast
It's
food.
there
It's a fast
already.
food. It's a fast food. No, I think it's like okay, we have in a restaurant with a high cuisine, Michelin star, and you have the fast food. So, and I think AI and all this technology is something what like produced fast. You can eat, you can enjoy it, but it's not real art.
Now,
Yeah.
if you're rude to a robot worker that works in a restaurant, does the robot spit in your food, or what is it, like squirt oil in your food, or like how does it work?
So, so break your
I,
bank account via your
yeah,
phone, cell phone. This is can
that's
do.
uh that's pretty hilarious. We have robot cats here, like they bring your food. I didn't go to this restaurant yet, but it's
Oh,
all over.
really? Like they
Yeah,
they walk up with
there's a
your
cat,
with a
like a
tray?
rolling cat, yeah, with the tray and bring your food to
Like
you. I'm like,
delivery food, yeah,
so they're replacing servers, right? So, like, if you really look at it, what does a server do? I mean, they walk your
Yeah,
food out of the kitchen.
move
They
it
don't
one
add
point A
value.
to point
They're not
B.
adding value. Yeah. So anyway,
Well,
uh,
sometimes they are because of the experience and the personal atmosphere and the personal touch, and they tell you about the menu and this and that.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the atmosphere, like then
I
humankind communication.
I think we're arguing the quality and versus like the quantity, right? There's
Mm.
always going to be a place for fast food within like good food. You need that, right? And maybe AI is going to be the fast food,
Yeah, I think it's it.
but that's not an argument not to have it. It's going to be there, right? It's going to be a quantitative thing where it's going to save time, money. The qualitative things are going to be different. I want somebody to like actually draw for me versus AI. But so I think you're going to have to we're gonna have to include it, and it's gonna be part of this thing. It's unstoppable. I mean,
I
that's
think it's great. I think it
yeah.
frees up humans to take on the higher level tasks. Yeah, it's going to be short-term suffering for the people that lose their jobs now, but that's going
Mhm.
to ultimately free people up to do bigger picture stuff so they don't have to do all the, rote stuff. Like when the 1940s, they had someone whose job was to switch the telephone cable, right? Like
You
nobody
imagine
wants to
it?
do that job. Like you don't need to do that. Like now we could just cell phone, whatever. Zoom.
So that kind of technology can cover our like first level, second level to Maslow pyramid, and then you can just focus on culture, self-development, art.
But there is short-term pain and suffering as a lot of people lose jobs and people have to upskill and it's not
It's
easy
evolution.
transition.
You have to adapt. You have to adapt.
This
Want
is
to
the
survive,
eternal
you need
cycle of
to,
capitalism. Technology
and you
uproots worker security over and over again, right?
But I think it's a lot of new direction when you can develop yourself, a new degree. For instance, we have in the Boston University a new master degree, AI business called. So, wow, we didn't have it in the past. Now we have this a new master degree. So why not this kind of people to get, all right, I will be replaced by robots, but I can got some master degree, some knowledge, how to make business with AI and be like a consultant to business and come to a company and said, "Hey, I know
Yeah.
how to use AI or some or this robot even more. There is accounting robot. This is let me implement this robot to your company, to your business." Is that a new job position?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to cut into everyone. Isvar's accountant is going to be losing clients in the next few years. He's going to be, he's going to feel it
He's
You
too.
need to
retiring. He's fine.
transfer to
There you
master
go.
degree to AI business.
Well, I think the purpose of having this discussion is people on it need to understand that you're going to have power over this. It's coming. Um, get educated. But I think what makes AI so interesting is that it's available for free for anybody. There is no barrier to entry for 90-year-old, a 2-year-old. You have ChatGPT, you've got Gemini, they're all built in. Get comfortable with it. I think everybody should start using it. I think right now there's a push even in like high schools and in China it's mandatory for them to learn AI. I think in elementary school, I think you got to incorporate that into your curriculums to get some some ease around it, and that doesn't discount the fact that if you're 90 something years old and you can turn on a computer and you can Google something, you can absolutely get more comfortable using AI, and you start now. No barrier to
Yeah.
entry, no coding required, no money needed. There's no excuse. It's coming, and I think everybody just got to get ready and get better at be more comfortable with it. I think that's my takeaway for everybody.
Well,
Start using
what
it.
do you viewers think about it? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.